What's up, YouTube? I'm back. I know it's been a minute. Holidays, making customs, uh, here and there, but I'm back and I'll be making videos more frequently. I almost fell off the Richter scale like last time. It's not gonna happen. I told you I'm gonna keep on dropping them and I'm keep doing customs like always. But let's get to the video. G.I. Joe's, is it war versus identity? Let's get straight into it. As a kid and as a customizer, it's always been that thing. Is G.I. Joe war or is it identity? You know the big war, Cobra versus G.I. Joe. That's the big war. That's been since that's what G.I. Joe is about. Joe versus Cobra. But slick on the cool, it's really about identity to me. And a lot of people that creative with this, you know what I'm saying? It's about identity. For instance, as a customizer, I make a lot of like custom figures and like even much like this. Here's a custom Snoop Dogg as a G.I. Joe. So most of us that's in the G.I. Joe, we have our own storyline. We don't go, I mean, it's rare you find somebody that says like, hey, it's gonna be Joe versus Cobra. It's gonna be that, but there's gonna be your own tweak in it, your own storyline. And I spoke on this before, where it's been gonna always be your own tweak on it, your own storyline. So with it being your own storyline in there, there's gonna be a lot of identity there, a lot of creativity there, and stuff like that. So is it all about war? So say for instance in my storyline, right, I added the Maroons in there. I added the Gullah Geechee in there. I added the Vikings in there. See, in my G.I. Joe universe, I added a lot of other cultural, cultural warriors in man. So there's like Vikings, there's Ragnar, there's Snoop Dogg, there's Slim Shady, you know what I'm saying? He's in there. I made Dr. Dre is a G.I. Joe, and that's what G.I. Joe is about to me. It's about identity, because I can just add and make all the characters that I want to, and I'm seeing that seems to be a thing with G.I. Joe, and that you can add and create whatever you want into it. So it comes back to like the identity. It's not really about war to a certain extent. Now, we all like the comic books and the stories, etc., but we really do like the identity. We fall in love with the characters and the backstories. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a real good writer, but I'm decent, and I really enjoy writing backstories. Now, I write a little here and there, like a build-up of a war or something, but I really enjoy writing backstories. So it's the identity, I guess, I don't know about you guys, but it's the identity that pulled me into G.I. Joe. That's something that pulled me into G.I. Joe real big. And I noticed that. And you gotta ask yourself too, like Cobra, this is another theory I got. Why was Cobra such a big deal? It's such a big deal now. Cobra is a big deal. And what I mean by that, you look at your collection, as you can see mine, I have a few shelves of G.I. Joe, but I have 4 or 5 shelves dedicated to Cobra. You have to ask, and Cobra is supposed to be the bad guys. And the way we were taught, we supposed to like good guys. We supposed to be all about good guys, good guys, good guys. But secretly, we all like bad guys. Like, I have, even much of my 3 3/4 Joes, the little bit that I do have, I have majority bad guys, you know what I'm saying? The Cobra, and there's a lot of people, we was taught to like the good guys. And Duke, and they made these characters, Duke and Flynn and Beachhead, and all these beautiful characters, Stalker, list goes on, but we really cling to Cobra. Like, I bet you right now, anybody's G.I. Joe army right now, tit for tat, any collectors, tit for tat, if they G.I. Joes and the Cobra went to war, the Cobra would wipe their G.I. Joes out, even much mine, you know, due to the army building, the Vipers, all the different stuff. And here lately, we just not getting green shirts. Now I'm doing a little army building on green shirts, not too big, not like my Cobra. Like every other day, I'm buying some type of Viper I notice. It's Cobra, man. It's Cobra. I think G.I. Joe sometimes is all about Cobra because we love our good guy, the characters, but we sure do cling to Cobra when it comes to army building, etc., etc. You know, I mean, we all want, you know, the HISS tanks. Like right now, trying to get a HISS tank. I'm gonna get a HISS tank. I don't want no other HasLab but a HISS tank. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm steady beefing my Cobra. Only thing I've done for my Joes is I added a Wolverine and a Mobat. And the only reason I added the Mobat because we got the green shirts that goes with the Mobat. And I'm trying to recreate a comic book cover that I seen when I was a kid. That's it. Only thing I got reading, I got the Wolverine. To be honest, her file was free. It was a free 3D file. Didn't have to pay for it. And it was my first test run to see how 3D prints vehicles actually are. Took it to my homeboy, could you make this for me? It's free. Said sure, brought it to work. I liked it, so I said, well, make this, make a Thunder Machine. He made that, and he made the Mobat. So it's still, you know, I'm not really doing too much for my Joes. I mean, even though I got some few other vehicles. Oh yeah, I got the AWE Striker, but that's a whole nother thing. But I'm steady beefing up my Cobra. Every week I'm buying something for Cobra. Actually, every day this week I bought something for Cobra. Only thing, I went to the flea market today, and they dude had 3 Joes for like 2 Joes. It was like a BS DC figure, $15. But all this, and that was just like some action figure guys threw me a little blessing, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, all the other stuff I've been buying, been focused towards Cobra. So I think secretly we all like Cobra more than G.I. Joe. I'm just saying, seems that way. And if somebody feels different, cool, but seems that way. And there's a lot of G.I. Joe characters I like, but constantly building on my Cobra. Yeah, and you have to ask yourself, what did that say about humans? You know, we were taught good, like I said earlier, we were taught good. Some about those bad guys, and some about those bad guys that we just love. I don't know, it's just something about that. You know, the next question I was rambling in my head about today, because I've been having a lot of new customers come to me and they just not getting the G.I. Joes. They have been out of toys for years and they just not getting the G.I. Joes, and they tell their story. I met one guy, I think he collect cars, vehicles, and he started to buying G.I. Joes and seeing videos on YouTube. And he started buying G.I. Joes and he went from there. And I'm getting a lot of guys that's just now getting the G.I. Joes at 30 plus, 35 plus really, at, 35 plus, and we're getting the Joes at an older age, and these guys are asking me to design their own characters. I should have brought one up here. This guy got what? I'll make a video about that. These older guys that, like myself, are asking me to make them characters of their original characters. You know what I'm saying? Can I make them characters? Can I make this for them? Can I make this for them? So even though they have been away from G.I. Joe years and they're coming back, they're wanting their own storyline. They're wanting their own characters. So that's one thing I feel that G.I. Joe does bring. Like I said, is it war? Is it identity? It's making people come back, but when they're coming back, they bring their own ideas, That's something I've been noticing. Yeah, that's something I've been noticing with G.I. Joes. We're doing customs right now. People have been wanting their own customs, you know what I'm saying? I haven't done a custom hardball, and I make a really good hardball. Go back in my videos and check. I make a really good hardball. Nobody's asking for that. I make some really good characters, you know what I'm saying? I got some really good G.I. Joe characters I can make, but people are not wanting that. They're wanting their own original character. Like Snoop Dogg. throwing on original character. Like people actually want Snoop Dogg in a G.I. Joe universe. You know, stuff like that. And there's this one guy, I just made a really nice figure for him. It's really nice female. And it's his own original female character. He's building his army. And he wanted me to make the figures. There's another guy in Tennessee. I'm building an army for him of original characters. Keyword, original characters. And he's writing backstories for him. I made him a female, man. It's real nice. It's like blonde. She's up there. I'll show her later when I finish his other figures, because I'm doing two. She's got blonde dreads, and I made her a ninja. So he's writing stories. So I said, I'm going to get him with this one. I'm giving him something to really write about, because it's like a black female character with blonde dreads, and I kind of gave her, you know, like a ninja feel. And I'd like to see what he writes about that, because he's writing his own character bios. So that's another thing that's bringing a lot of adults back, because they can bring their own creativity. So that's what's bringing a lot of people back. They can bring their own characters to life. And Lonzo Wilkerson is the guy to bring them alive. Commercial. But anyway, there's a lot of people doing that, and there's a lot of, you know, you can bring your own characters alive, and you can make your own story with it, and that's fun. And it comes with a lot of character figure design. That's where it really gets fun, because with this AI stuff, man, you ain't even gotta be able to draw no more, man. You could just simply, because I've been getting a lot of AI pictures. Speaking to AI, girl, ponytail, pigtail, whatever, it's gonna draw it out. And to you can work with that AI till it makes your character the way you want to. Then you hit up a guy like me or thousands of other customizers out there. You submit the picture, say, hey, make this character for me. They make it for you. And you going on and on like that. And to next thing you know, you have an army. Because like I said, there's a guy in Tennessee. I'm making some really nice figures for him, and he's been building up. I pretty much made majority of his universe, I guess his team. I'm making the majority of them. He's got some real good characters on there, and he's been letting me design some of them. And he just tell me what he wants, and then I'll hook it up for him. Yep, and that's one of the best and the funnest parts about this stuff that like I said earlier, is about this stuff is the backstories. You know, the backstories. That's why I'm leaning towards G.I. Joe. It's not about war. That's my debate. G.I. Joe is not about war and Cobra. It's about identity. That's my debate. And more of it I'm bringing is the backstories. I keep pushing that, the backstory. So if somebody wants to go against that, I will always challenge them with the backstories. Because without the backstory with G.I. Joe, just saying, man, the backstory is awesome. I was telling my buddy Rashad earlier, when I was a kid, I had a Ziploc bag full of file cards, and I used to read them all the time. Man, they was just as good as the figures sometimes, the file cards, you know what I'm saying? And then I used to get on Comic Vine sometime, and I used to read the backstory, because you go to Comic Vine, you can look up characters. They have thousands of G.I. Joe characters that you didn't even know they had. You can look them up and just read about they had their little backstories on there. And I learned to notice that I'm a backstory guy, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like that. I've been noticing that. I'm kind of liking backstories. Even much with my X-Men, and bringing off into that, I like the stories, you know. That's what got me into, you know, the Wolverine stories, stuff like that. I liked it, the X-Force stories. I liked it, that Cable story. Cable's got an amazing backstory. Bishop, oh man, I read his Lucas Bishop books, man, 2 or 3 times. Amazing backstories. You know, that's what it's about, man. And that leans off into G.I. Joe. When I bring up this thing, is it G.I. Joe? Is it war versus identity? And I'm gonna rock with identity, you know. And that's why I lean with that. And stay tuned. Gonna be showing some more custom figures and talking some more, and you know, telling some more about my maroons. I got something coming up where I'm gonna talk about my maroon characters, and I got a lot going with that because I'm writing a little story, I guess, about it, and having fun about it, man. So I need to start interviewing reviewing my custom figures, man. I'm doing a bunch of custom figures, man. I'm not reviewing them, man. I'm just doing them. And I used to show, and this Slim Shady, I did an Eminem for Cobra, the 8 Mile one. I did another one for Sigram 7. I did one for him, and then I made myself another Eminem, as a sniper. And man, this figure is really, really, really nice, man. Like, really nice. I need to put him on the stand and just show him whatever, but he's nice, man. Real nice. Dr. Dre is just kicking it right now with you all. Dr. Dre is pretty cool. Dr. Dre is not made the figure. I was thinking, he doesn't have a real distinguished look. You know what I'm saying? It's just all black, White Sox cap. But I loaded him up a little bit. I did a custom vest on him. He's not like Snoop that has a distinguished look. But like I said, it's all about just having fun with these figures, and I'm having it. And I'm not having fun trying to make this Puff Daddy figure. I've been trying to make a P. Diddy figure, man, for a minute now. And it's really getting me, man. This guy is hard, man. Any customizer can make him, man. I'm telling you, you're next level, because he has a very different look, man. I'm telling you, I've been trying to get him right, man. But it seemed like I just made another one. It seemed like I made his son. It seemed like I was telling Savage. It seemed like I made his son or Calvin off Paid in Full. I don't know which one, but I thought it was Diddy. But after I painted it up and finished with it, like, dang, this looks like Calvin off Paid in Full. Or this possibly could be P. Diddy's son, because it looks like him. I'm not going to talk your head off. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. Stay tuned. I'm going to shoot me another one tomorrow for y'all. I'm going to keep grinding and keep punching. Like, I punched real hard on these figures, man, this weekend. Well, through the whole Christmas weekend and that whole ordeal. I punched real hard, and I'm going to keep on punching them out, man, for y'all. Come up with, and then every month I was coming up with something too to what's coming up, so stay tuned to this. Every month, all the figures I do for that month, I'm going to do a slideshow for that month. So, but if you hadn't, go back and watch the figures that I did for 2024. Last year. It's going so fast, I don't even know what year it is. But go back and see the video I did for last year, and I ended up doing 180 customs last year, man. I didn't even know that. I didn't even have a clue I did that many. I did 180 customs. That's big, you know what I'm saying? That's huge. And if you can go back and check, it's right there. It's documented. It's a video, so go back and check the video behind this when you get done with this one, and you can see some of the work that I'm producing. All right, I'm out.